welcome to Knowing About Imagination. I'm your host, Napoleon, and I'm not in the closet. Woo! That was not a metaphor. I normally do recording in my closet, but my roommate was taking a shower. I didn't want the sound to come off on the microphone. I got lazy, and now she's not in the shower. I just said, fuck it, and I'm doing it on the bed. So we'll see how this goes. I'll listen back to it, see if it's a good thing, and then maybe I'll get out of the closet. Maybe the closet won't be a kind of defined choice for me. But I think I like recording in the closet. Anyway, I did some scouting last night, because that's not what you're here for. You're here for fan fiction. Anyway, I did some scouting last night, just looking through the descriptions to see which ones were interesting, which ones were worth reading, worth reacting to, and I think I found a few. Today we're doing Dragon Ball Z. That's, I'm sure, going to be interesting. I did see a few other ones, but today we're going to do Dragon Ball Z. Normally how this works is, oh my god, I'm so tired all of a sudden. Normally how this works is I read the description, skim over it, decide which ones are good, and then I open it, turn the mic on, and read it for a whole, oh my fucking god, what the hell is this reaction, and that's what we're doing today. Today's selection comes to us by Kakaroto's Princess. I think I'm saying it right, because it's spelled like Kakarot. But, oh, okay, never mind. That might be a fucking play on words. Look at me figuring shit out. And it says Till Death, or it's called Till Death. The description reads, Chi-Chi's death has affected Goku so much that the unexpected happened. I think Chi-Chi only died... what's canon? Because I didn't watch GT. I think Chi-Chi only died, twice? If you want to count Black Goku, Black Goku, Nega Goku, negative, yeah. If you want to count Super, I think Chi-Chi has died twice. But if we're going just Z, I think everybody has died once because Boo blew up the planet or the universe. I think I remember that. Anyway, again, that's not what you're here for. You're here for fan fiction. Anyway, let's read this. Goku opened the door carefully while carrying a tray of food in his hands. He then placed the tray of food on a wooden table beside the bed before he sat on the bed and smiled. It's time to eat, Chi-Chi. He didn't get a response. Goku sighed. Chi-Chi, are you still mad at me? I already told you. I'm sorry for leaving you just like that all of a sudden. I had to do it for Earth's sake. You know that, right? Anyway, I'm here now. I'll never leave you again. I'm back for good, and I don't think you have forgiven me already. Still, he got no response. He reached up and stroked Chi-Chi's now sagging cheek before he planted a kiss on her withering lips. What? Ignoring the putrid stench that emanated. Am I saying that right? I might be. I might fuck that up. From her now rotting body. What is going on here? What you mean her body rotten? What is going... Anyway, he felt a strange heat course through his body as he kissed her passionately, unmindful that she doesn't even respond anymore. He felt his training pants tightening as his members slowly came to life while he explored Chi-Chi's Whoa! What the fuck? Disintegrating course with his hands. I'm sorry, Chi-Chi. I really am. I promise. I'm gonna make it all better now. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? He whispered against her lips as he pressed her gently so she collapsed on the bed. He slowly undressed her before he untied his sash and removed his pants, exposing his huge and rigid member, which he positioned right at her opening. Is he about to fuck her dead corpse? Alright. Necrophilia is not something that is okay. It's not... no. Fucking no. Just no. Anyway. Spreading her now thin legs further, he then entered her in one swift movement and thrust his member inside her rotten Mm. Fuck no. No. Fuck no. Mm. Why I always gotta pick the goddamn winners? This ain't cool. Like, no. What the fuck? Anyway, um, he moaned softly as he penetrated her with thrusts, slowly at first until he quickened his pace. He was very careful not to literally crush her disintegrating and now fragile body as he moved inside her, totally unmindful of the fact that he is actually making love to a rotting corpse. Due to his noble acts of helping to restore and maintain peace on the other world, King Yama had granted Goku a privilege to come back to Earth and stay for good months after his death with Cell. To say that Goku was overjoyed upon learning about it is an understatement, for the Saiyans want nothing more than to come back to Earth so that he could finally be with his family and friends, especially after finding out Chi-Chi had conceived her second son months after he had died from the Cell games. What do you mean conceived? Conceived is fucking. That means never mind. Or is conceived not, no, conceiving, because consummating the marriage is fucking, conceive is fucking. So her conceiving it after months of the Cell game, I mean, it wasn't his, but whatever. However, he wasn't really prepared for what awaited him on Earth. When he arrived, he was surprised to find their house empty. In fact, not even Gohan or the Ox King was there. At first, he thought they were just in the hospital. Maybe they accompanied Chi-Chi for a checkup. But something in him told him otherwise. In fact, Goku didn't know what made him think of going to Capsule Corp first in order to check them. But to make the story short, he followed his instinct and teleported to Capsule Corp at once. When he arrived, he was surprised to find a lot of people wearing black and white clothes all around Capsule Corp's vast lawn. At first, he thought that maybe Bulma was having a party, but when he saw his son Gohan coming out of the main door wearing a black suit, with the boy's eyes all puffy and red, his heart began to beat furiously against his chest. So he approached the boy and greeted him at once. Gohan, surprised to see his dad alive and in the flesh, suddenly flung his arms around Goku, new tears leaking from his eyes. At this point, Goku was already quite sure that something is wrong because of the way Gohan cried and hugged him. It's as if Gohan had been struck with a heavy blow and had just found out someone who could be his source of strength, someone whom he could lean on, a crying shoulder. When Goku asked where Chi-Chi was, Gohan cried harder. Without a word, pulled him towards Capsule Corp's main entrance. There, he saw that Bulma's living room was full of flowers. In fact, the aromas of flowers filled the air. His friends were there, and they all looked at him with mixed confusion, surprise, and sadness. He ignored them all as he followed his son until at last he saw her. There she was, his Chi-Chi, lying inside a beautifully made coffin, surrounded by more and more flowers. White flowers, to be exact, Chi-Chi's favorite. He felt cold at first, his hands shaking as he touched the glass coffin. Heavy tears started filling. So why did nobody get the Dragon Balls? Let me shut up. Maybe they explained it. Wait, I lost myself. Anyway. Heavy tears started filling his eyes. His chest constricting as breathing became more and more difficult for him as he stared into Chi-Chi's beautiful but already lifeless form inside her coffin. Goku doesn't fully remember the events that followed after that, but vague memories of him being helped by Vegeta to stand while blood flowed into his tightly clenched fist. Chi-Chi's coffin glass broken with shards piercing his skin. The skin of his fingers sharply, and Bulma tearfully narrating him on how Chi-Chi and their supposed second baby died due to a pregnancy complication remained in his mind. In the whole duration of the wake, he was very inconsolable. No one attempted to talk to him, not even his son or his best friend Krillin. Everyone knew better than to interact with him after seeing him, the strongest being in the universe, break down before lots of people. Unfortunately, Chi-Chi's death had affected the old Saiyan very much. So much that he had lost it and his insanity snapped. After Chi-Chi had been buried, during the first few months, Goku always came to visit her grave, while he cried and asked for forgiveness from her over and over again. Images of her also tormented him in his sleep at night. He kept imagining the way she must have looked when she died in the hospital. He saw her lying on the bloody stretcher with a hollow with her hollow and lifeless eyes staring back at him, while her lips moved and mouthed something which he couldn't really understand. Those horrible dreams about her always drove him mad, and he would always wake up in the middle of the night calling her name while sweating and crying profusely. Until one day he woke up from another horrible dream involving her, and he realized that he couldn't go on he couldn't go on living a life without her for a long time. So unbeknownst to everyone, he dug up her grave and stole her body. With what the fuck? Which he took back with him to the house that he had once shared with her. From that day on, he treated her as if she was still alive. He would he would even worry about the supposed child in her womb who had died along with her. He would bathe her, dress her, feed her, take care of her, and sometimes he would even make love to her. Ew, what the fuck? As months passed, her body began to deteriorate and show signs of decomposition. However, no one ever discovered that Goku had been hiding a corpse in his home, where he was all alone in the woods and no one could smell the strong putrid odor that came from his house. In fact, not even his son nor his friends discovered what he had done, because he had sent Gohan permanently to live with the Ox King in his palace, as he shed away from everyone else. Oh, great. And I got a phone call. Hold on. Oh, sorry guys. I had to answer the phone. Um, anyway, where the fuck was I in this weird ass shit? Um, fuck. I don't, I don't remember where I was, but this is a lot surprise. Like, I didn't, let's be real. I done read some weird shit. Like, JoJo, like almost everything out of JoJo was fucking weird. All of them, even the one that I just did for Under the Influence, which should have come out by now because they're coming out in order. So all of the JoJos have been weird, but you know that JoJo is a weird anime in itself. So why not have some weird fan fiction? But I this like I don't know what to say really about this because what the fuck? Like I don't mm, I don't I don't know. Um I don't know. I mean, I knew Goku was dumb, but I didn't think somebody would have made him necrophilic. I don't know if people know what necrophilia is. If you don't, it's when people want to touch, have relations with a dead thing. It was something that was living that is no longer living. But I'm pretty sure people know what necrophilia is. So I don't know why the fuck I just said that. But anyway. Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna make him necrophilic. Like, Goku was a lot of things, but fucking dead people. This is a whole new thing for me. Anyway, let's look for where the fuck I was for some reason, because I don't remember where I was. Unfortunately, Chi stuff. Nope, I read that already. Body in the Woods. Ox King, as he should from everyone else. Oh, that's close. Oh, okay, here we go. He never answered their phone calls, and he never came to visit any of his friends ever again. One time, they tried to give him a surprise visit, but Goku became agitated and sent them all away because as he became hysterical. He started throwing things around, which later on turned into small ki blasts as he went on amok. Since then, his friends never attempted to come back to his house anymore, but they said they all feared for their lives. I bet the fuck they did. They cared about Goku, but they couldn't all afford to die because of him or for him. Everyone never found out about Chi-Chi's body. Everyone never, no, I read that right. Everyone never found out about Chi-Chi's body, found out that Chi-Chi's body had gone missing. But Goku returned the grave for how it looked like before he dug it up and stole his wife's body, so that he could now live forever with her. For months, everyone visited Chi-Chi's grave with the knowledge that she was still buried there. Never did they suspect that they are actually visiting an empty grave all along and that Chi-Chi is no longer there. I mean, you just said that. You didn't have to really reiterate that. Anyway, with a final and powerful thrust, I'll be back to him fucking. Okay. With a final and powerful thrust, he finally came and reached his release, his body shivering in orgasm as he spilled all of his seed inside of her. He then rolled off of her very carefully and collapsed beside her on the bed. He wrapped his strong arms around her now thinning corpse, carefully not to disintegrate her fragile form. Goku frowned when he saw a maggot coming out of her now shriveled nose. Ew. Ew. And crawling on her cheek, burrowing a hole into her rotting skin as it ate off bits of her cheek. He picked it up with his fingers, then he kissed her hair, and buried his face inside of her neck, unmindful of the stench that assaulted his senses. He stroked her stomach area with his hand, as if he could still sense their unborn child from there. I love you very much, my Chi-Chi. Now that you are back in my arms, I will never allow any circumstance nor anyone else to separate us ever again. We will live together and be happy forever. And I promise I will kill anyone who tries to take you away from me. I don't care who that creature is or how strong he is. I will kill him with my own hands, and I will truly make sure that he dies a horrible death. That is the price they will pay. And if they try to break us apart, no, if that is the price they will pay if they try to break us apart, Goku said in a possessive and dangerous tone as he clenched his fist tightly and crushed the poor maggot in his powerful hands, his tears leaking from his eyes as he looked ahead while holding Chi-Chi's corpse close to him. Evil smirk plastered on his face along with an eerie glint in his eyes. End. Okay. Like I skim this. Like I said, I skim these. I read the description. I skim them. Look for keywords. So I did see the ending about like her skin like falling apart. I didn't expect that though. Like none of what the fuck just happened did I expect. Like then again, I don't know what the fuck I was supposed to expect. Um. All right, now I'm kind of mad because I just ordered food and I'm gonna have this weird fucking image of fucking Chi Chi dead on a bed or dead on my bed. You know, all eerie and gross and gray and fucking blood starting to clot and all that dirty ass shit and fucking Goku sticking his dick in her. Like, what if she starts to fall apart? Like, is he only ever gonna fuck her vagina or her ass or I guess her mouth? Or is he gonna like stick his dick in the cheek hole? Or stick his, like, if her eyeball falls out? And like, is he gonna stick his dick in the eye hole? You know what? I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope someone out there enjoyed that. Cause I didn't at all. But that was Naughty by Imagination. I'm your host, Napoleon. Uh, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.